Okay, we're going to begin with UNLV first this evening. We have student athletes Anthony Marshall, Peyton Reinhardt, Anthony Bennett, Coach Dave Rice. Coach, if we could start with you, some comments on tonight's game.
Absolutely. Great bringing these three guys, but as I walk down the tunnel, it'd be more appropriate if we brought the whole team, because that's what this whole thing was all about today. And from day one this season, we've talked about two things. There's a lot of adjustments, a lot of improvement we've had to make the entire year. But two words, we talked about in the locker room before the game. I wrote it up on the board to start the first half, wrote on the board to start the second half. Two words, tough and together. And to beat a team that's as good and as experienced as Colorado State is, we have to be tough and we have to be together. We had significant foul trouble to manage. I've told guys all season long, we need everybody. Tonight was the epitome of needing everybody. Certainly these three guys were terrific in terms of what they were able to accomplish in terms of stats. But the thing for us is we had the foul trouble to manage. They made a run on us, which they do. That's a terrific team. 5 senior starters. I was asked before the game, do you want Dorian Green to play? I said, absolutely. We want that team to be at full strength, because that's a terrific team at full strength. The energy in the building was fantastic. It was a March-type game, and I could not be prouder of these three guys plus the other guys in our team. We know it's a quick turnaround for tomorrow. Great respect for New Mexico, for Steve Alford, what that program has accomplished, but we're excited for the opportunity to understand the challenge it'll be. Our assist numbers were not what they normally are, but that's a credit to Colorado State and how aggressive they were. But we just hung in there, and on a night when, for instance, Bryce Dijon-Jones didn't play quite as well as he's been playing, Savon Goodman steps in and does a great job. Kim Birch is in foul trouble. Anthony Bennett's in a little bit of foul trouble. Quintrell Thomas and Carlos Lopez Sosa come off the bench and give us significant, great minutes. Justin Hawkins always provides a great spark. We talked about that afterwards. It's just a collaborative effort, a team effort, and that gives us an opportunity to keep playing. And you couldn't be prouder of these three guys and the rest of our team.
3:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, and I would agree with you. And one of the things we talk about with our team is that the biggest game of the season is our next game. And in this particular case, our next game is New Mexico in the Mountain West Conference Tournament Final. So you're absolutely right. But I understand what you're saying. We understand the magnitude of the game. Just the fact that we're now 33 games into this, tomorrow will be our 34th game, and so a lot of what happens tomorrow will be instinct. So often we've all seen conference tournament finals and both teams are tired and having trouble making shots, so let's hope that it's not a 32-31 game, not halftime, but final. But again, we know their team. It'll be the 6th time that we've played New Mexico in the last 2 seasons. We know what they do, they know what we do, and so it's just a matter of executing. And again, it's those 2 words, and I'm sure Coach Alford's going to tell his team the same thing. Execution, all that's great. It's tough, and it's together. We stay tough, and we stay together. We got a chance, but we know how good they are.
For a player as highly recruited as you and all the guys you went against in AAU, can you just talk about your decision to play in this conference, the players you played in this conference?
Mountain West, it's a tough conference, as you can see. Every game's a battle. And, coming from Philly, just being down the street, I came here like every now and then, so I got a chance to meet the players, and I thought everybody was cool. And I thought this was a great decision for me.
Peyton, over here to your left. You just talked about it's been kind of an up and down year for you at times. Just talking about getting a career high tonight, and your stroke was going early in this game.
It's just a credit to my teammates and the coaching staff. I struggled last game, but they just said, pick your head up. You're going to play great next game, and just having the faith in everybody on this team, and just encouraging me every game, every practice, just to go out there and make shots. And it's just a credit to the coaches and the players.
Back here.
Anthony Marshall. Just talk about the environment tonight, the environment tomorrow. New Mexico fans are going to be here. UNLV fans are going to be here. What can these 2 freshmen and everyone else expect tomorrow night?
It's going to be a hostile environment. As a basketball player, these are the type of games you dream about playing in. You wouldn't want to play in any other type of game than these games. It's for the championship. It's going to be loud, crazy. They're pretty mature. Freshmen. They come from winning programs, so I think they're going to handle themselves pretty well.
Question for any of the 3 players over here. You guys like this kind of physical, banging, grinding 40-minute game?
I think so. For us to be the team that we're trying to be and to get the places that we're trying to go, you got to go through games like this. So these are the type of games that play dividends deep in March, early April.
Anthony Bennett, you obviously had some success in the first half offensively, the 3 3-pointers, and then they put Pierce Horning on you. What did he do defensively a little bit different to you in the second half?
I think he was just being tough, trying to get me off my game. I didn't really need the ball because my teammates were, on fire. So every time I got the ball, I tried to look out for them. I didn't try to force anything.
Go ahead, Ken.
Continue, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, you got on quite a hot streak there, hitting the threes, and and then Anthony gets going on those two. The 3-point shot really propelled you guys to a 16-3 run there when you really kind of surged ahead and give you the cushion you needed the rest of the game.
I think the 3-point shot fell for us tonight, and we were just making open shots. And anytime I had an open look, I shot it. The coaches and the players continued to have faith in me with that. And then, Anthony had a lot of open shots too. And, Coach Rice always talks about when your feet are set, shoot the ball. So, we made those shots and it was good.
Coach, we could start with you, some remarks on tonight's game.
I think there were times when we were out-determined and we reverted back to some old ways, but give UNLV a ton of credit. That's as well as I've seen them play. And they had players step up and make plays when it counted. So got to digest it and move on.
Thank you, Coach. Now we'll take questions for the student athletes.
Colton, you were so dominant there in the first few minutes of the game and really the first half. Obviously, you had a great game, but just were they doing anything different in the second half to kind of close you out and after that first initial surge?
No, I don't think they changed their game plan at all. We knew what they were going to do and what they were capable of. Like Coach said, we just got outworked today, plain and simple.
Wes, they didn't hit any 3-pointers in the second half, 7 in the first. Did you guys do anything defensively to change that?
Not really schematically. We just got to them because of how they hurt us in the first half. We were just, a little more conscious, but like Colton said, we just got out-determined. They got more loose balls than we did. That was it.
Wes, they got off on that. They started hitting all those threes. It ended up being like a 16-3 run. They end up by 13 points all of a sudden. Just how difficult was that out on the floor? Because it seemed like they were just in a really good rhythm, and the crowd gets going. It seemed like that really took a lot out of you guys.
Yeah, part of that was we just weren't, aggressive enough and, dictating the pace more and setting the tone defensively. And Coach said, give them credit, they played well, but, at times I think we just really beat ourselves and reverted back to some habits that, aren't characteristic of our team. And when you do that, you end up in a situation where you're, fighting for your life at the end instead of being up.